Let's look at some more of the new score view features. Here's a simple violin part. And so on. Now here we can choose between sharps and flats, double sharps, double flats, naturals, and we can take these and drag them. And again, they're not just visual, they'll actually transpose the note. Now here we have enharmonic notes. For example, this A sharp, if I want it to appear as a B flat, I'll click there and it's the same note that it'll sound, but just displayed differently. And we already looked at ties. And here we've got slurs. And a variety of different accent and different individual note articulations. So I can accent specific notes like that. Let's hear that. I'm switching back to 1 and clicking here to start playback. So we got a full palette of possibilities there. Strong accent with staccato. So it's actually changing the note duration as well. Now here we got a palette of articulations with some swells in them, sforzandos with fortissimos, etc. And then here's the regular dynamic palette that we looked at in the last video, and then different sorts of crescendos. Now here we've got a trill, so we can drag that on and we can trill to the flat note or sharp note above or below. So now that I've got that selected, I can just click on this note and let's hear that. Now let me get rid of that, and we've got different types of tremolos here. For example, 3 slashes, 1 beam, 2 beams, etc. Let's go with that one and hear what this one sounds like. Hit 1, back it up, and play. So you really have a lot of control. Now here, we've got arpeggios. So let me get rid of this and build up this last chord. Now you've seen me record in real time here. We also have our step record mode where we choose the different values. We can click with the pencil tool and we have rests and dots, etc. Or we can just use the pencil tool and choose our values. I'm going to choose a nice long whole note at the end, and let's add on to this last chord. So now let's go back here, and with the arpeggio, we'll try arpeggiating up and see what that sounds like. I'm going to hit undo to get rid of that arpeggio, and let's try this next one, which is a glissando. And again, we have glissando or portamento, but let's start with glissando and hear the effect that has on that. And finally, we can notate things an octave up or an octave down. So let's try an octave down and put this over here, and let's see what that sounds like. So drop it down an octave. Again, not just visual, but affects playback as well. And we have some action menu functions. Let me select a couple of notes, for example, and these will be grayed out depending on whether they're relevant or not. But we have a transpose box here where we can set intervals. Say I'll do it for a third diatonic in the same octave and transpose them up. So it's respecting the key signature that's been detected. And let's select maybe just those notes there, and that should make the tuplet options active. So we can change timing like that by making them a tuplet, or we can make a custom tuplet with all kinds of options for very complex timings. And we can hide or show the brackets or rest it as a ratio and hit OK, and there it is. Now, as with the other editors, we can detach this, and this is great for setting up some custom views over here. For example, maybe I'm going to pin this so that it always stays on this part. In this particular case, it's the only part in this song, but that's irrelevant. And then I'll hit F2 again and maybe detach the piano roll view over here. And I can pin this as well. and have these set up side by side. If you have two monitors, I mean, that's obviously going to be very elegant workflow and use of workspace. But here I can maybe set up something like this where I have these two and I can select a node here and it's mirrored over here. And likewise, and that way, one thing that's really good about the piano roll is it's great for length. I'm going to hold down Shift to free myself from the grid. It's really great for length. And this is a bit more of a coarser adjustment for length since we're just dealing with specific divisions and potentially dots. So you can get more nuance. Maybe I want that just a little bit shorter, but it still displays as a quarter note. So really elegant workflow to jump back and forth between these two editors. We'll continue with more in the next video.